What's going on YouTube? I hope you guys are all having a great day. So today I have a message about how to get back in control of your mind. And this is really important, especially with all the crazy nonsense that's currently taking place on the planet. To get back in control of your mind should be top priority. So how do you do that? Well, first you have to return to your kingdom, okay? Your body is the kingdom, it's the temple. And so when you return to your kingdom and your temple, what you'll notice is that your mind most likely is completely overrun with viruses and programs and scripts and negative habits and all sorts of things that you need to get rid of, okay? That's gonna be the first step. The first step is deprogramming, okay? In order to deprogram, you really need to, it's not easy because you got all these things attached to you, okay? And so you gotta rip them out and then you gotta throw them away. And that can be painful, that can cause you to suffer, that can cause you to feel some sort of way about a lot of different things. But the thing is that it's really essential because you'll never actually have enough clarity to proceed if you don't go in and do that work, okay? Because like I said, you got all these different things in your mind right now that are causing you to not be living the life that you really wanna live. And in this video, and the purpose of my channel is to help you get to a state where you can expand and grow into your greatest self, right? So how do you do that? You go back inside and you take control of your mind. So that means you return to your kingdom and then you say, okay, you know, the king or the queen has returned and I'm gonna reclaim my throne. So whatever's sitting on the throne right now needs to get off. And oftentimes that part of yourself, right? Maybe it's your lower self, or it could be a variety of it. Maybe it's your stomach. You just got your stomach on the throne the entire time. You're just living through life, and then your stomach is just like, yo, food, bro. We going food. We going food today. We going food tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? So you got things like that can happen. Maybe it's your reproductive organs. They're just like women. Oh yeah, sex, and all this. And the thing is that most people are living like that, like from their instincts. And that's what's in the throne of their consciousness. That's what really is moving them at the end of the day. Like that's where their motivations are coming from. And the key is to recognize that those are all amazing parts of yourself, right? You got to integrate them in wholeness and balance. You got to find a place to put them. But definitely you don't want them running the show at the end of the day because you'll find yourself doing all sorts of crazy things if that's what you allow to happen. So in order to get back in control of your mind, you have to deprogram. How do you deprogram? All right, this is a real important question. You deprogram yourself by going back inside and then actually being honest about the things like, okay, like, man, I noticed that, I don't know, maybe I'm watching too many movies, or, you know, I noticed that I have this habit where I'm doing this thing when I get home from work and then it's draining my energy and now I'm waking up the next day feeling like shit. Or maybe it's like, it could be a variety of things, you know what I'm saying? It could just be like a way of thinking, like all of a sudden you get into these negative cycles that just cause you to spiral down and sabotage yourself. It could be something like that. But it's a matter of looking in the mirror and being honest with yourself and saying, okay, like, we ain't perfect. Like, we got some things to sort out in here, okay? Like, we're not fully balanced. We're not whole. Like, we need to go do that work. In order to go do that work, you got to go back inside yourself and get back in control of your mind. You got to just, you know, you got to throw out different parts of yourself. And this can be a long process. This can take months, or this can be done in days. And it just matters how intense, like what force do you actually come with when you go back into your mind, right? Do you come like the flood and you just, everything's gone, get it out, no more room for that, we're restarting, right? Reprogram, repair everything. Could be, you might need to do something like that. If your mind has been running amok for so long and you're not in control, you might have to go back in like full like battle armor with a sword and everything and just start chopping things. Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it could be as literal as that, or it could be something more subtle. Like maybe you've been doing the work and you just realize like, hey, like there's these tendencies that I need to kind of like, you know, just shape a little bit. You know, I need to, like, I want to make this certain form with my figure, so I just need to sculpt a little bit more right here and here. You see what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at right now. But it's really important when you're not at that to, like, sometimes you have to go in with the brute force. But once you're done with the brute force, usually you don't want to just have to do brute force, because that requires a lot of energy that you could be using to build the things that you want to see in your life, right? Or to build the things that are necessary to be in the world. Whatever it might be, that might be necessary at the start. But once you get past that, you want to be more subtle with it. That way you're not like flinging all over the place. Because what's going to happen when you try to get back in control of your mind, it's going to look like to some people, you might look like you're going crazy, because the old you, like the you that was doing all the other stuff, that's who they know, right? The people that were around you, they know that you, right? But when you start changing, you start accelerating, you start getting rid of those parts of yourself, they might not even recognize you anymore. So to them, you look like an alien, right? An unidentified flying object. You're just flying through space and time with your toroidal field, and you're making all these changes so quick that it's just like blur. It's a blur to them. They don't recognize you anymore, right? And oftentimes those people, if they don't, if they're not changing as quickly as you, then they might just, they're gone, and you're on to the next thing. And so it's really key to recognize that in order to get in control of your mind, you got to deprogram. And that process of deprogramming can take as long as you want it to take, but I just recommend that you get started, because if you don't ever get started, then you're never going to see the results that you're looking for. So very, very key, deprogramming. The second thing is repairing, okay? Like once you got rid of most of the negative things in your life, like the habits and things that are just not really producing the results that you're looking for, then you start to reprogram and repair yourself, repair your DNA, you know, activate the strands that need to get activated, and then do the work to actually make your life look the way that you want it to look. Make yourself take the image that you want. Very, very important. So you gotta be able to look out there and maybe have some mentors, maybe have these people in your life that you just admire. You're like, wow, like they're just living the dream. Like, look at them. They just be whatever they're doing, you know, they're living in the tropics and they're working, they're doing what they want every day. They're at the spa or whatever it is, you know. There's a variety of different things. And when you know what you want, and you gotta be clear with yourself too. You don't want to start repairing and reprogramming yourself until you know what you want, okay? So get really clear about what you want to see in your life and what the purpose of that is, right? And then when you know that, then you can start to repair. Then you can go back inside and you can say, okay, this goes here, that goes there. There's a time for this, there's a time for that, okay? And we're going to find balance, we're going to find wholeness, we're going to put this back in a way. It's like a puzzle, you know, you got to find where the pieces fit. And then when you get the full picture, then you can sit back and be like, all right, this is great. Now just, you know, maybe the puzzles change in form, change in images, so you can go to a new thing. So really, really key to reprogram and repair yourself. You know, figure out the programs that you need to install in yourself. It's like your brain is like a supercomputer, right? But it is running on an operating system. So what operating system are you running on, right? And your operating system is like your baseline frequency. It's like where everything is being conducted. So you wake up in a certain frequency. Your frequency doesn't tend to fall below this frequency. So when you start to wake up, you want to wake up and start your day off on the right tone. Maybe you flow into some meditations, get your mind right. Maybe you flow into some exercises, get your body right. You got to do what you got to do, and you know exactly what you need to do. At the end of the day, we all know what we need to do. It's just a matter of actually doing it. And the more that we do it, the more success we'll actually see within our lives. So very, very key to start to reprogram and repair yourself, right? Then once you've done that, then all that's really left to do is to experience, right? And to explore and to enjoy the process of the image that you created for yourself. Because at the end of the day, you got to recognize that, yeah, like you reprogrammed your mind, you know, you built your personality, you changed your character, you configured it in some type of way. But that just means that you're now maybe a little bit more equipped to make the journey to wherever you were wanting to go, to whatever your end game is. And as soon as you go from point A to point B, what you're going to notice is that now, oh, dang, there's not a point A and point B from here. And it goes on and on and on and on and on, because you're in infinity. So it's really important to understand that. So you have to be willing to sacrifice these parts of yourself that are holding you back so that you can get up to the next level. That's the only way to do it. And it's not going to be easy. Nothing worth doing is really easy, right? I feel like the pursuit of a meaningful life actually will cause you to live very adventurously and very dangerously at the same time. It will not be easy. It's not going to be super comfortable. You're always going to feel like, okay, like this pressure, like I'm growing, I'm evolving, like maybe you're sore, but you're going to feel that pressure. But that pressure is the greatest tool for your self-evolution. So right now you might be feeling a lot of pressures from the planet. You know, if you have some awareness and you're looking at what the government is doing, you're just like, man, like what they out there doing? Like, this shit is crazy out here. Like, what am I about to do about this, right? And you're thinking like that, then that can give you the pressure, that can give you the momentum to move in the direction that you want to go in. And that's really, really key. So just a quick video for today. That's how you get back in control of your mind. You step in, you deprogram, you get rid of the things that aren't serving you, and you like a king, you read your decrees to your kingdom. You say, okay, this is what is now acceptable in here. This, and this. These things are not acceptable in here, etc. And you continue to refine that. You know, you build more laws and more orders as your kingdom begins to expand and grow, and you start to develop fruits, right? Because once your kingdom is in balance and it's in order, you'll start to develop something with that, right? Because if your kingdom is like cars, like you can't start the car, and you're like, where are the keys? I don't know what's going on. The engine's all busted up. But once you actually get things moving, then you're going to start producing things. And it's a matter of distributing those in a way that's balanced, giving back to the things that gave to you, and planting more seeds for your future so you can continue to reap more abundance. You can continue to reap more beauty and harmony and balance into the world, because we need a little bit more of that out here, right? I hope you can agree. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that you're working to expand and grow and get back in control of your mind. And I hope that this helped you. If it did, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you feel like hopping on a one-on-one consultation with me, that would be my pleasure. I would love to assist you and create a personalized plan that can help you get where you want to go. So have a wonderful day, everyone. Keep expanding. I'll see you soon.